It sure does. Yes, how you guys doing?
Very
Great,
well.
great. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
likewise, likewise, likewise. Geez,
Hey,
I
guys, I want to just introduce Joel a little bit. A lot of you know him, but he's uh, people I've worked with, a lot of our members. What's exciting was when we announced that we're working with Ron, our lead guy, everyone's like, yeah, Ron's the guy and he's the real deal. And then when we introduced Joel, so many of our members have already had a history with Joel. Said, man, he's the real deal. He is talented, has integrity, and so it was exciting for us to bring Joel on. And Joel, we just Steve and I went to Texas and spent time with Joel and his wife and saw his incredible operation there. Was super impressed, and I like the phrase, guys. We're not only like-minded, but we're like-hearted.
Mhm.
And Joel has a heart for helping people. He wants to see them succeed, and he has an incredible background with marketing. So, Joel, we just want to say it's a pleasure to lock arms with you, buddy. And
Likewise. Don't forget, we're still called Team Lightning. I don't know if you ever shared that.
I I'll never forget that, man.
oh, that was
Good.
funny. You want to tell what happened real quick?
Yeah, sure, sure. So I was super excited that you guys were coming to visit, and we went out to a dinner in an area called Green, and we were driving home on the highway. It was Ken, myself, and Steve in the back seat, and my stepson and my wife were in the front seat. And then there's like massive confusion because all of this happened in a millisecond, guys. There's like a loud boom and a flash of light. And like Steve looks at me, I look at Steve, he goes, I think we lost a tire. So then we're thinking, like, okay, the tire's going to bounce. Tire's fine. And we're like, well, what the hell happened then? Like, what's going on? And then my stepson turned around and goes, actually, that was lightning. And what was weird, guys, is there was no storm within the vicinity. I think there was something behind us a little bit or whatever. But yeah, we were probably 25 to 30 feet away of a bolt of lightning hitting the road while we were traveling. And it was, I've never experienced anything like that either. So yeah, we're definitely Team Lightning and so forth. And, all our hair was standing up this high, even though we only have short hair and whatever else. So it was a really good time. And just coming around to that, those 36 hours together too, I see where your heart is. And that's the most important thing to me is, we're in an industry that's exciting, but you always want to try to help as many people as you possibly can. And that's what I saw from both of you guys. And that's why I was, beyond what you've done with Sparky and the phenomenal system you put together, for me, it was the people and the heart behind the company that made all the difference in the world for me. And I'm still coming, Steve, to Hawaii one of these days really
All
soon.
right, partner.
So,
Come on.
Hey, you got to come
so
through
yeah, it's
Utah
always
first, Joel.
Yeah.
and yeah, and the onboarding with all the people from Sparky went extremely smooth. I'm happy to say you're beating the industry standard inside our company. About 70% of the people are actually using the software, which leaves out 30%. But with you guys, it's a little higher than that. It's in the mid 80s, which is really, really phenomenal. Really phenomenal.
Nice.
And for those of you who are members of Gotbackup, make sure that you're using the software, but more importantly, make sure that the people that you invite start using the software, because if they do, we have an unbelievable 93% retention rate, which is, you don't have that type of retention, you don't have any residual income. So it's been really, really phenomenal. I've been behind the scenes continuing to work on the software with our dev team because it's bounds. We're now dealing almost close to 10 petabytes of data. That's 10,000
Wow.
terabytes of data, guys. An average hard drive on a computer is about 300 gigs. We're now dealing with 10,000 terabytes of data, which in its own, we're dealing with very, very fine, but we learned a lot in the process and so forth. But why is that important to everybody? Guys, that is so sticky. Okay. If you're looking for residual income, if somebody's uploading 500 gigs to our cloud, a terabyte to our cloud, those are people that are around for a lifetime. And it's just been going really, really well. And now is the time and the place, because I was actually doing a workout in my gym the other day. And obviously I'm on a lot of forums relative to data and, monitoring what's going on in the whole data world. And an interesting article popped up on my phone. In 2019, which wasn't that long ago, only 19% of people had backed up their computer one time. So meaning they had an external hard drive, they backed it up, they kind of forget about it and stuff like that. So that was 2019, not very long ago. Now it was late 2024, this stat came out. 53% of people are now backing up their computer and their mobile devices to the cloud at least one time a day. So think about that.
Wow.
2019, only 19% of people backing up their computer one time versus today, 53% of people basically adopting and using a cloud. So, and another very interesting thing, and we're pulling a lot of people from iCloud over. So what makes us better than Dropbox or Google Drive or any of them, guys? I'm not going to be facetious. These are billion-dollar brands that have phenomenal technology behind them. We have the same technology, but what makes it amazing is instead of 2 terabytes, we give people 6 terabytes of space, which is enough by and large for your whole family, like without a shadow of a doubt. And so we're getting more and more people that are dropping their iCloud. Now, here's another interesting stat, guys. You know that, Apple is just about $1 trillion a year company. 70% of their service base, meaning like, Apple TV and, and iTunes and all that kind of stuff, 33% of their total revenue now, their residual revenue comes from iCloud. It's billions of dollars a year just from iCloud alone. And we're pulling more and more people over from iCloud because our technology is just as good and you're getting 3 times the space. So people say, well, geez, I got my whole family on my iCloud account and it's costing me $45 a month because we're each using a little bit more space than the 2 terabytes. With us, they can come and get it for $9.97 a month. So things have been just off the charts, and it's incredible. What the nice thing about a digital product as well, we're now in 162 countries around the world. There's only 195 countries in the world combined. And for those who don't know, most traditional network marketing companies, not saying anything bad about the industry, but because they have physical products and services, they might end up in 10 to 15 countries in 10 years because of FDA regulations, shipping, handling, distribution, logistics, all that kind of stuff. We're in 162 countries out of the 195 in the first 2.5 years. So it's just doing really, and again, extremely affordable anywhere in the world. It's a product everybody needs at a price point that anybody can afford. So things are just off the charts. And so if there's any questions, anything you guys want to know about what's going on behind the scenes, anybody on the call, I'd love to chat with you all, but it's definitely a great place to be. And, I was listening in early to some of the things. How are you guys going to, like, my God, 1,500 members in your downline? I was listening to that, some ad packs that Steve were talking about, like, wow, just incredible
Yeah.
and so forth. So
You,
yeah.
you know what just popped in my mind, Joel, is I'm like, okay, I do have iCloud, but I also have Gotbackup. Gotbackup's awesome because I got all of my everything backing up all the time in real time. Not only me, but my family. I was able to give an account to my son, my wife. Everybody's backing everything they have up, all done seamlessly. And my daughter's like, "Well, I have that on iCloud too." I'm like, "Okay, but that's just your Apple products." And
Mhm.
you know what? Apple has never sent me a check,
And they're not cross-platform. It's only for your Apple
and
devices,
it's
right?
only for my Apples, right? And I'm a PC guy and an Apple guy. And so
Yeah.
like I'm only getting half of my stuff backed up there, half of my stuff backed up on Google, but I get it all backed up on Got Backup, and I get a check every month.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Hey,
we
Joel,
are truly, no hype aside, we're a complete unicorn in the network marketing space, And when you look at the product, it's not particularly sexy, but more importantly, it's needed today. 53% of people from 2019 to now, from 19% to one time to 53% of people using some sort of cloud service right now. What's it going to be 2 years from now? 70%, 80%, 90%, and it's because it's adopting change. Like I say a lot on my own webinars, 25 years ago, maybe 30 years ago now, but let's say 25 years ago, I was not putting my credit card online. It's too dangerous. It's scary. It's all that kind of stuff, right? And so that's where things are transitioning now too, because you got to change the behavior patterns of people. In the past, people used external hard drives because on the web, that's dangerous. I don't like that. But when they come to understand the technology and the security behind it, it's actually more secure than in plugging your phone, plugging in an external drive as well. And, in the old days, external drives failed too, all the time, and so forth. So to give people a perspective of the redundancy, we have multiple clouds, but actually I could share my screen and if people are interested in how everything's done, we can do that, or we can talk more about the marketing. I probably have about another 5 minutes left, but what would you gentlemen like to discuss? Oh, you're muted, Ken. You muted yourself.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, Joel. Hey,
Okay.
just real quick, can you kind of explain also how that is shared within a family, that each family member has their own secure login?
Yep,
Just kind of
absolutely.
explain.
Okay. Let
That'd be
me
great.
get my screen. Okay, you guys seeing my screen? I don't know if I'm logged in. Okay.
Yep, we see it.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so this is my own personal cloud, but let's show you some of the technology behind the scenes here. This is something that most people don't have access to. Only our staff do, but I'll show you guys because a lot of people are like, Joel, could you lose our data? Like in theory, could you lose our data? One, the only way we could lose data is if our data center burned to the ground, but we still won't lose your data because we have a third-party contract with another data center where we also back up your stuff to a third-party data center. But in here, this is one of our clouds that we just launched. So right now, this cloud has 687 total terabytes available. It's already using up 49% of it. So it ate up 333 terabytes this week already. But here's what I want you guys to understand. Right here, this cloud is running off of 84 different servers. In those servers, there's 2,210 hard drives right here, okay? And so basically, your data, if you're on this cloud, and all our clouds are virtually the same, but we develop and build multiple clouds, your data is striped across 2,210 different hard drives and 84 different servers in our server room. Now we have what's called a 60-30 redundancy policy. So 30% of those computers, so let's say if there's 84, so let's say 30% is 25 servers. 25 servers would all have to fail at exactly the same moment before we even lost a single ounce of data, which statistically is impossible, again, unless the whole data center burnt to the ground. So that's the technology side of things. On the other side of things, I'll show you guys some new features that we're working on in the cloud that are coming out soon. But here is where you have everything. And guys, it's not just backup, it's full collaborate and share. A new feature we just added, some people have multiple iPhones. So we added a feature where if you have more than one iPhone, it's going to create a separate folder per iPhone and so forth. And what it does, guys, is it does this all automatically. So if you look at the different years here, it automatically, let's see what's in here. So here's some pictures that were taken recently off my phone and so forth. And it just categorizes them right away. If I wanted to share this one picture of my son, it can be a folder, a file, anything I want. I just create a shareable link right here. Whoop. Let me do that again. Move this. And I copy this and I can come back to the room after, guys, and share anything and everything I want to. The new features that we're adding on the computer backups right now, all it did was show the amount of files you were backing up. And if you wanted to restore files, what you would do is you would use the computer app, which Steve said is running in the background from here 24/7, runs seamlessly. It detects any new changes on your computer and automatically puts them up to the cloud. But what's really cool that we have that Dropbox or Google Drive doesn't have is an automatic restore feature. So let's say you automatically or accidentally deleted something on your computer and you want to go back and get it, you simply just come in here. Of course, it's going to ask for your password again for security purposes. You click continue, and then you can go and it's going to load the tree here, and you can go and download anything that you'd like to download right back to your computer. Now, if your whole computer fails, you could actually restore your whole computer from the app onto your into your cloud as well. So that's some of the features there that we just finished adding. And then, let me. This part takes a little bit, guys, because what's it doing is it's pulling down this. There we go, the structure of the whole tree. So let's say I'm here and I want to go in and let's say in my pictures folder, I accidentally deleted my 50th birthday party. I can click here, I can click restore to, and I can decide where I want to restore that folder onto my computer. It's really seamless and really easy to use. So those are the features that we had. But then a lot of people were like, Joel, I'd like to be able to also see all my files on my computer in the cloud. So this button here, this show files, is going to be released to everybody very, very soon. I'm beta testing it right now, but I can click and show my files, and I can go back and I can see all the files on my computer. So as an example, the one I did look at was the 50th birthday party. Remember, we wanted to restore that one. And this was me trying to get back in the best shape of my life at age 50. And again, if I wanted to share this with everybody, I can share this whole folder copy, and then I can share it with everybody in the room and download it. So the point being, guys, it's not just a backup. It's full collaboration. You can work on PowerPoints together. You can do whatever you want. You can share whatever you want. You can have one guy, just like Google Drive, one guy in Japan working on a document with you while you're working on it here in the United States. And the one thing you wanted to see as well is the how you can see the multiple accounts. So let me come back here. So ignore this part, guys. I'm just in our admin. This is a section that you guys never see, but I'll get to a demo account here, and I'll log into that demo account. And once you log into your account, guys, people say, well, okay, if I have a sub account for my daughter or my son or my friend or a business colleague, is it a totally separate account? Yes, it's completely separate. So here you have the stats of your account. And then if you wanted to go and create an additional account, you simply click here and you go and allocate how much space you want to give them. So this account has the 6 terabytes because that's what we offer to people. But I can go and let's say I want to give them 1 terabyte. There we go, 1.4. I click add new member, and then I got to create a new username here and stuff like that. You create a username, you put in their email address, it automatically sends them an email where your sub accounts can be created. They're absolutely free to whoever you give them to. So a lot of people say, well, does that only happen if they're living with us? No, I'm pretty close to an empty nester now, except for my stepson. So my daughter's using it, my son uses it. They don't live with me anymore. And the biggest question is can these sub accounts be seen by the master account? The answer is absolutely no, because they create their own unique username and password. So it's a really, the value that we offer for $10 a month is ridiculously insane. And then when you combine that with the 75% payout, because we're a digital product, it really is amazing. And I'm happy to say that we now have multiple. Now, we're not like Legal Shield. We haven't been around 50 years, so we don't have 45 millionaires in the company. But we do have 13 or 14 different people making over 6 figures per year with us already. And when you consider that on a guys, we're not talking $100 a month, $200 a month, $9.97. We have tons and here's the thing too. The way we structured our compensation plan is it's very much similar to affiliate marketing and network marketing. And what I mean by that, your customer acquisition bonus is 50% right away. So with 2 referrals, yours is free, even though it's only $10, right? I mean, anybody can afford $10, but with 2 referrals, it's free for life. And yeah, things are just going really well. And I couldn't be happier to be working with you guys and excited for all of our futures together.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey,
Yeah,
I know
thanks, Joe.
we don't have a lot of time, but I'd just like to at least mention it. Steve, can you share your favorite feature with the collage of pictures where
Yeah,
weddings and stuff?
the product where you can go to events and you can give everybody a QR code or give everybody a shared link, and everybody can take a picture for one event.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
Yeah, we call that memory place. And what's really cool is you're doing a lot of good for people. So again, if you're at a wedding, all you do is you would take like a little, you fold up a little piece of paper that you stick on the table. You have a QR code on there. And on top of the QR code, please share all your videos and pictures from the wedding with the bride and groom, right? So you scan the QR code, and if you've got 300 people at an event, naturally, because if they're invited to the wedding, they're going to like, of course, I want to share the pictures and videos. Like this is a very special day for those people. So once they upload and share the pictures and videos, then it pops up a little box that says, would you like to be notified when this memory place, this memory of this event goes live? Of course, 85% of people say, of course I want to know, because I want to see everybody else's pictures. I want to see pictures of myself. I want to see the videos, right? We're all narcissistic. So we want to see what's going on. So 85% of the people after they upload say, yeah, here's my name and email. Please let me know when this goes live. And what that does is that generates leads and data for people. Then the second thing that happens after that is, hey, did you find Memory Place cool? If you do, click here and create your own free account for Memory Place. So it's a lead generation machine. Now, I haven't been to a wedding in a while, but the last wedding I went to was my nephew's wedding last summer, and it generated about 285 leads passively just off that one event. And out of the 285 leads, now naturally, a lot of those people at the wedding know me. It created about 50 Gotbackup accounts, like for doing nothing but doing good, right?
Yeah.
You're just doing good, right? Like my nephew's super happy because he's got this time capsule of hundreds of people taking pictures and videos. So you're doing good there. And then you're notifying people when it's there. And then people are like, this is super cool. I want one myself. And it generated about 50 Gotbackup accounts, which in turn creates the Memory Place as well.
Love it.
I
Yeah,
love that
that's
feature.
such
So
a cool
unique.
feature. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Awesome.
I mean, it's going to be a great year, guys. I was listening in on all the things that you're doing. I don't know. You guys move at like warp speed. I don't know, man. And I need some of Ken's anti-aging formulas or something.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop. Anyway, I guess I'm out of time. Is there any
Yeah,
other?
yeah. We just had our 45th anniversary, my wife and I.
Wow!
And,
Congratulations, buddy.
so I
That's
said,
awesome.
yeah, we got married when I was 5. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say 42 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
anyway,
All right.
thank you so much, Joel. Such a pleasure to work with you, and
Yeah, likewise.
we're going to help
Likewise.
so many people together. I really appreciate you.
Yeah. So I want to
Yeah.
say hi to a few people I recognize, Kevin and Richard and a few others. Nice to see you guys. They're kicking butt and Gotbackup as well. And we're in the right place at the right time. You know, it's two emerging technology. Well, backup is something, like try to ask people if they want to store data 30 years ago. They didn't even know what that is. So you combine what we're doing and then the technology that you guys are putting together where nobody can really lose. Like that's what jazzes me. Because it's like John said, nobody likes calling their friends and family and all that kind of stuff. Although I got to say, Memory Place does call on a lot of friends and family when you're doing events, but they join anyway because they're like, that was freaking cool. Like it's not begging them. They're like, I want one of those myself. You know what I mean? So anyway, I could talk all day. I don't want to squash on the next presenter or whatever. So I just want you guys to know, to everybody on this call, I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to continue to work my butt off to make this product better and better and better for everybody.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you
Joel.
so
Hey, you
much,
guys
Joel.
put some fire in the chat for Joel. You're an
Yeah, please do,
amazing
guys.
guy. Love your energy.
Pleasure, guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
look
thanks,
forward to
Joel.
a
Thank
long,
you.
long,
Take care.
exciting
You too.
future. Yeah.
Perfect. Hey, guys, if we could squeak in a couple of testimonials here, if anybody would like to share. I know it's quick, short notice here. Otherwise, we're going to